Cassie here. So today we're going to talk about sleep. Now, sleep is something that I used to take for granted when I was younger. I thought I could get more done if I slept less, like sneaking in a 12 a.m. workout instead of going to bed, or pulling all-nighters instead of actually finishing my paper earlier in the week. And it wasn't even until a couple years ago that I started going to bed before 12. I just found out that about 87% of Americans say that they have trouble falling asleep. So if you guys want to learn how to sleep more and get healthier, listen up. Here are 5 things that could happen if you don't sleep enough. Number 1, you'll start looking old. You know how you get those bags under your eyes and those dark circles if you don't sleep enough? Well, it turns out that if you continuously don't sleep enough, those bags will basically become permanent. Get this, guys. Research actually shows that when you don't get enough rest, you release a stress hormone called cortisol. And in excess amounts, it breaks down the collagen in your skin, which is the protein that you need to stay looking young. Number 2, your memory will deteriorate. You know, I've always had such a hard time remembering people's names or learning pop Pilates choreography, and I didn't know that this was something I could actually control. So if you're trying to learn something new, like a new language, you can learn it to a certain point while you're awake through practicing, but then those practice skills are limited. So something happens when you sleep that actually strengthens what you learn. That process is called consolidation. Number 3, your creativity will diminish. Dun, dun, dun. Sleeping more actually makes you emotionally and creatively sharp. So if you're an artist, a writer, an entrepreneur, or someone that needs to just think outside the box, you need to sleep if you want to perform your best. While you sleep, your brain not only consolidates your memories to make them stronger, but it also restructures and reorganizes them. Basically what it means is if I'm trying to choreograph something for pop Pilates and it's supposed to be like 8 plank jacks to 4 dancing dogs during the chorus, and I keep like messing up every time I get to that part, it means that when I go to sleep, I'll somehow restructure that feeling of messing up and confusion into my brain so that the next day when I get up and try to practice and I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, what's coming up next? And I feel confused, then I remember, 8 plank jacks and 4 dancing dogs. Number 4, you'll gain weight. Now, I didn't realize how connected sleeping enough and having a healthy weight were until like a few years ago. Lack of sleep messed with my metabolism and it increased certain hormones in my body like cortisol, which made me feel hungry all the time. And because I was hungry all the time, I ate more than I should have, and I didn't even know where that hunger really came from because I really wasn't hungry, I just felt hungry. And to add on to that, my lack of sleep added on to the stress going on inside my body because I had increased levels of cortisol, which in turn deposited more fat in my lower belly. And as if this couldn't get any worse, University of Chicago researchers found out that dieters who slept more ended up losing more fat, whereas dieters who didn't sleep enough, well, they ended up losing more muscle mass. And you know how hard we work for that muscle. Number 5, you're gonna feel angry for no reason. Sleep and mood are very closely connected, and when you don't sleep enough, you're gonna be irritable, and I don't wanna hang around you. UPenn researchers tested subjects on 4.5 hours of sleep per night, basically what I was doing just a few years ago, and that is not healthy. Don't do that. And at the end, these subjects reported feeling mentally exhausted, angry, and sad. And then when that happens, you're likely to enter a vicious cycle, and then you can't sleep because you're stressed out. And then when those sleep-deprived people were put back on their regular sleep schedule, they reported feeling so much happier. Come on, guys, have I convinced you to sleep more yet? It's not like I'm asking you to run 10 miles a day and only drink green juices. No, I'm asking you to stay in bed a little bit longer. I mean, isn't that kind of awesome? So, if you are in need of a sleep makeover, I got you covered. Here are some things you can do really easily to get the best quality sleep of your life. First, the one thing that always works for me is if I have a really intense workout at the beginning of the day, it tires me out so that at night, I'll sleep like a baby. This is a no-brainer. Put your phone to do not disturb at night so you're not texting people when you're trying to get to bed. Next, try not to look at your phone when you're in bed. The light actually makes it really hard for me to fall asleep. What really works for me is reading a book right before bed. It helps calm me down and also makes me drift away into sleep. Something that could really help you guys is if you try to stretch or meditate right before bed. It will help you guys slow down the body and prepare it for bed. Finally, try to go to bed at the same time every night. This will allow you to create a routine that your body can follow. Now, usually these tips work for me, but when I am jet lagged and my time zones are all super messed up, I take ZzzQuil to help me fall asleep. It makes me fall asleep in as little as 20 minutes, and it's my little trick for getting in my 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night after my big trips. So if any of you guys out there are having trouble falling asleep, you might want to try ZzzQuil. I always get the quality sleep I need, plus I wake up feeling refreshed. And don't worry, it's not a pain med. I've never become dependent on it, and I only use it when I need it. All it does is block the histamine in your body so that it helps you fall asleep fast. So guys, I hope you have decided to make sleep a part of your daily routine. It's just as important as eating clean or working out. Trust me, I have been through it, but it's probably one of the easier things you can incorporate onto your health journey. Whatever is keeping you up at night, your boss, the boyfriend, the bills, just shake it off for the night, go to bed, and you will wake up feeling a lot more creative and a lot more happy. And big thanks to ZzzQuil for partnering with me on this video to encourage you guys to sleep more. Let me know in the comments below how many hours of sleep you get. Be honest, okay? All right, until next time, I love you so much, and I will see you then. Bye!